Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be when the past catches up with them. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, when the past catches up with them, that's an expression and it means many things. For this video, I'm referring to the narcissist, when the past catches up with them, because it will, if it hasn't already. You see, the narcissist goes through life like a bull in a china shop, and they want to destroy, manipulate, deceive, create chaos, confusion, and they want to disrupt people's lives. Now, many times people say, Andrew, you're being a little rough. No, I'm not. If you encountered a narcissistic person, or if you were born into a narcissistic family, or married a narcissist, or they're your mom, dad, brother, sister, and uncle, you know what I'm talking about. Nothing, and I mean nothing, gives the narcissist more pleasure than your pain. Nothing gives them more supply than keeping you confused and having you give them more and more chances and opportunities. But the past will catch up with the narcissist. Each and every day, the narcissist has to take a couple minutes, because they do this, and they look back and reflect on all of the lives that they've blown up, all of the relationships they've destroyed, all of the parental alienation or grandparent alienation that they've administered. They look back at all the relationships that they've divided wedges between, and they say to themselves, wow, I'm actually getting good at this, but I really did ruin some people's lives. What should I do? Oh, that's right. I know what to do. I'll get the new mask. I'll act like the past never happened, and I will go look for a new source of supply. You see, the narcissist is on a constant search, a constant quest, if you will, looking for the next new shiny object, looking for the next new supply, looking for someone to pump up their fragile ego, looking for someone to believe in them. And at one point, that was you. You were not taught Narcissism 101 in school, so you did not know what you were up against. So frequently in videos, I suggest to be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself. You didn't know back then what you know now, and you're getting the wisdom. You're becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered, and you understand that that narcissistic relationship, it almost took you down for the count, but it didn't. And the narcissist will have a very big price to pay for all the devastation that they created when you were in the relationship with them. Because the past will catch up with them. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in time, things always even out. Now you may be scratching your head saying, wow, I'm really wishing, I'm hoping that the narcissist gets their payback. I'm hoping the narcissist gets their karma. I really want to watch them fall apart, etc. Well, no, that's not what we do on the channel. We take the high road. We do the right thing. We let the chips fall where they may. We were in the relationship. We were up against a behemoth. We were up against a dark energy source that we did not even know existed, and that was the narcissist. And the narcissist, each and every day when we were in that relationship, was pressing the gas pedal of abuse, dipping us into the deep end of destruction, and having us try to get out of the pool of manipulation. We finally got out of it. Now, whether we were discarded or we removed ourselves from the relationship, one way or the other, we are not in the relationship any longer. So what do we do? Well, I'll tell you what we do. One, we do not give the smear campaign any attention or life, because the smear campaign is meant to drag you down into the mud with the narcissist. The narcissist wanted or wants to have you defend yourself and explain yourself and give more energy or attention to the lies that they were spreading. So that's number one. Do not give the smear campaign any attention. People are going to believe whatever they want to believe. And so frequently, many people post-narcissistic relationship, the flying monkeys, the enablers, the people that the narcissist surrounds themselves with, these people are drinking the Kool-Aid. They've been drinking the Kool-Aid for years, maybe even decades. You never knew about it because you didn't know the smear campaign was underway, but it was, and I'm certain it still is to a degree. But let the chips fall where they may, meaning do not get down into the mud with the narcissist. It will not serve you. It's never, ever served anybody to want or to try to get payback with the narcissist. I strongly suggest you don't do that. Just let them go off onto the new supply and do what they're going to do. Now, I know that's a tough pill to swallow for many people to wrap their head around. Maybe your relationship ended recently and you're still thinking about the narcissist and you're still caught up and you're ruminating and perhaps you're still in the trauma bond, etc. I get it. I was once there, but I am no longer there. I healed. And if I healed, you can heal too. You need to understand that one of the most instrumental parts of the healing path is when you decide to finally go no contact, to block these people, delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. If today isn't the day that you can block them, I get it. Utilize gray rock, become dull and boring, but insulate yourself Protect yourself. Do not be peeking at their social media. Do not be spying on them through phantom accounts. And do not, and I repeat, do not want to be getting retribution or payback to the narcissist. They will get what's coming to them at a later date. Another thing that I want to suggest for people, many times people, they can't wait to hear the good news of the demise of the narcissist. Again, that's not the proper mindset. The proper mindset is to understand that the narcissist is doing what they're doing wherever they are and with whomever they're doing it. And as long as it doesn't involve you, that's a good thing. Now, again, I don't wish narcissism would exist on the planet. I really wish it would be eradicated. And I'm doing my part each and every day to create videos to spread awareness. That is what I do. And my hope is that you're getting stronger, you're getting your cup full, and you've healed enough to understand that watching the narcissist fall apart or hoping or wishing for their demise, that's not the path. Your energy is not going where it should be. Your energy should be going back within yourself. It shouldn't be going out the windows, waiting or wondering or hoping that the narcissist falls apart. The narcissist will get what's coming to them. It will happen. And again, most likely you will not be around to find out what their demise was, but I will tell you a few things. One, the new supply, whoever they are, with the narcissist, remember, they are one of three people. Either they are a toxic person themselves, maybe even a narcissist. Two, they're a recycled source of supply, someone who hasn't broken the trauma bond or hasn't even figured out that they were with a narcissist. Or three, they're a brand new clean slate, somebody who does not know that narcissism is prevalent on the planet, and they're going to have their own challenges just like you. Remember, at one point, you were the new supply. So was I. We are no longer supply. Supply is what you go to the store to buy wipes with, or Clorox or Kleenex or things like that. We are not supply. We're beautiful, bright, shining lights. I've mentioned that in many videos. But as I'm mentioning, when the past catches up with the narcissist, it will catch up with them. When you blow up so many people's lives, when you parental alienate your children or grandchildren from their step parents or their biological parents or their grandparents, this is not a good thing. It's not any way to raise the kids. What you're doing is you're actually isolating the children, and you're showing them how little you care about them because you're not giving them access to the parents or grandparents. That's not a good thing. But again, all the children, and you were a child at one point, children grow up. And as they grow up, many of them become super smart and super wise. Now, they may not know what narcissism is, but they can identify and they can see, example, if one of their parents was the narcissist or a toxic person, the other parent, let's say, was an empath or a kind, loving person, when they have to go spend time, let's say it's a custody case, and the two parents are divorced, but the kids have to go to the narcissist house for a period of time, and then the empath's house for a period of time. Well, the children, no matter what age they are, they're going to feel the energy of the house, and they're going to deduce rather quickly, wait a minute, and whenever I go to this one house, it's really taxing and draining, and actually there are no rules or regulations. I can stay up as late as I want to. I can do whatever I want. And this parent doesn't really, they're more of my buddy than they are of my parent. And actually they're not even around that often. Now flip it, when you go to the empath's house or the kind, loving person, basically your house, you have rules, you have regulations, you have guidelines, you teach them right from wrong. You show them how to do the honorable thing. You teach them, you spend time with them, you want to be with them. These are examples, and the children will realize quickly, at least that's my hope, which parent is which. Again, they're not going to know what a narcissist is, but they're going to figure out which energy is abundant and beautiful and flowing naturally and vibrating high. So the narcissist will look back in time and they will say to themselves, wow, I really did a number on these people. And they will go down the list of the spouses and the broken hearts and the friends that they had and all the people they used, abused, and manipulated. And they will have to deal with that because there will be consequences to pay for disrupting people's energy, for disrupting people's lives, for isolating people, for stealing their identity, for having them become a shell of themselves and be subservient to the narcissist. This is what the narcissist does. They place people in a zombie-like, trance-like state, which is what I call the narcissistic fog. And this happens after the love bomb / euphoric stage, after the narcissist has gotten the person, the target, the subject, which was you, where they want you. Now they begin to slowly devalue you. Now they begin to slowly pull away from you. Now they slowly begin to not be as present with you. Now they don't listen to your words, and you're not as cute and kind and bubbly and all sunshine and rainbows as you used to be. You're now being peppered with abuse. You're now being gaslit. You're being stonewalled. You're given the silent treatment. You are being triangulated. You're enduring the smear campaign. But all of these things, all these definitions in the glossary on the narcissistic abusive cycle, you knew what they were, but you couldn't put a name to them. And then one day you found that needle in a haystack. You got your first light bulb moment and you said, oh my gosh, that's what this is. This is my partner. This is my spouse. This is my child. This is my mom. Yeah, that's what happens. But you're one of the fortunate ones So that's why you need to take the lifelong learning lessons from the past. You need to not predict the future, and you need to live in the present moment, the here and the now. And when you live in the present moment, you drown out all of the outside noise and the toxicity. Why I'm saying that is because this is where you need to vibrate high. This is when all of the doors of abundance will open up for you. Of course, you must heal. And the healing path is not linear. It will take time. It will take a lot of time, but in your time, you will heal. When you get there, you will figure out that the doors of abundance were waiting for you to kick them open, and they will present themselves to you. And these are good things. Same thing with the doors of opportunity and the doors of possibility and the doors of potential. All of these doors were slammed shut when you were in the narcissistic relationship because you were working for the narcissist. You were doing what they wanted, when they wanted you to do it, and how they wanted you to do it because you were subservient to them, because they kept you trapped in that devaluation stage. But then, as I mentioned, when you broke free from the relationship, or however it ended, you had to heal. You had to put your life back together. You had to go into the cocoon of boundaries and slow your life down and process so many things. You had to really wrap your head around what narcissism was. You had to practice radical acceptance. You had to come to grips and terms that that person never cared about you. They never loved you. All they wanted to do was destroy you and take anything they could from you possible, which again includes your time, money, energy, effort, love, empathy, your relationships, your health, your bank account, your job, your status, your hobbies. They wanted everything, and they did their best to take everything they possibly could. So why the narcissist? Why they will get their own karma, why they will get their own payback, whatever words you want to use, it will happen. And it may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but it will happen when they least expect it. Maybe the new supply wises up and they discard the narcissist. And I don't really like that word discard, so maybe they end the relationship and the narcissist is left on their own boat in the ocean of misery, in the ocean of manipulation, and they don't have a new supply. Maybe the narcissist gets played. Maybe somebody takes their money from them. Maybe their own kids wise up and wake up and realize they want nothing to do with the narcissist, and they go no contact and block the parent. There are so many different avenues that can, will, and do take place post-relationship. And there are so many different nuances and possibilities of the potential outcomes of the relationships. But there's one catalyst, there's one common denominator, and we now know who that is. I don't need to tell you, you can drop comments if you know who that is. And that person is the main person in the cog of the wheel that was going around and around. And that wheel that was going around, you were part of it. You were stuck in it, you were tricked and trapped and manipulated, but you got out of it. No matter how you got out, you got out. That's why you really need to be grateful. You need to be stoic, be patient, be calm, be centered, be focused, be resilient, be committed and determined, and know that the path is to sincerely go no contact and block these people. You see, you've beaten something you didn't even know that you were up against, which is the narcissistic abusive cycle. You were tolerating the poor behavior day after day, week after week, month after month, maybe even decade after decade. You experienced verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, financial abuse. But what did you do? You didn't quit. You kept on doing your best. You kept on taking the high road, which I'll tie back to the beginning of this video. Do not wish ill will upon anybody. It will not serve you. Do not take action against anybody. Do not want retribution, and do not wait for the demise of the narcissist. Now, again, many of you may be saying, Andrew, what are you talking about? This is what I've been waiting for. Well, again, if you're still giving the narcissist your attention or energy, you're not fulfilling your potential. The potential within you, it starts and begins and ends with you. You see, the narcissist looked at you as a beautiful, bright, shining light. They looked at you as an energy source, and they wanted to capture you and take advantage of you for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship, and they succeeded at doing just that. But once that relationship ended, and it had to end because each and every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date, what did the narcissist do? They went on to the new supply as if nothing ever happened. They erased the past of the relationship that you were a part of. You had to slow your life down and heal. You had to process things, and I've already mentioned that a few times in the video. That's a good thing. Healing is a good thing. The thing is, in the beginning of the relationship with the narcissist, they did not hand you the 2-page report and say, this is who I am, it's what I'm gonna do to you, it's what I've done to people in the past, and I'll certainly do to other people after I discard you in the future. But they didn't do that. They weren't honest or genuine with you. They wore a mask, and they manipulated you, and they did their best to keep you isolated and trapped away from your support system and everything that made you you, and they wanted to extract all of your resources. So why I'm saying all these things is that payback, retribution, getting even, wishing ill will on somebody, that's not the path. I will tell you firsthand, and I shared this in so many videos, taking the high road, doing the right thing, going to bed at night and putting your head on the pillow, knowing that you improved this place called Earth. You are helping it. You are helping humankind. You are building. You're creating. You are thriving. That's the path. The path isn't putting your head on the pillow at the end of the night, knowing that you just got retribution or payback to somebody who isn't even worth 1 second of your time, i.e. the narcissist. That's what the narcissist does. They disrupt people's energy. That's not what we do. What we do is we heal. We become awakened and aware. We learn, we grow, we teach. We become the best versions of ourselves. That is the third version of you, the strongest, most galvanized version of you known to humankind. That's a place that is rarefied air. There is no room for the narcissist there at the pinnacle, the mountaintop of indifference. The only room for the narcissist is the low vibrational quagmire state where they exist, and that's below your shoe. It's way below your shoe, and they know it, and I know it, and you know it. But all of these things, when the past catches up with the narcissist, it will. Believe me, the narcissist knows a few things. They know that they're master manipulators. They know that they can't stop abusing people because that's their nature and they get a thrill out of it. They get supply out of it. And they know they can't introspect or change. They also know one thing, that they will always overplay their hand. They overplayed their hand with you. They certainly overplayed their hand with me, and they will overplay their hand with anybody they encounter because that's what they do. They always think they're smarter than people. They think they're better looking than people. They think that they can never be discovered or revealed, and they believe that nobody will ever see behind the mask. But that's not the case. You're in the community, you're on the channel, you're watching the video. You're watching the video a few times, you're paying it forward. You're healing, you're getting your cup full. You're understanding that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. And all of these things, all the terms that I've coined over the years on the channel, they're all to instill something in you, that you do not need the narcissist. You never have, you don't now, and you never will. The narcissist needed you. They needed an energy source. They needed someone to pay their way through life. They needed someone to steer the ship. They needed someone to be there to regulate them. They needed someone to abuse. They needed someone to trick and to trap. And again, that was you, it was me. But no longer is it either of us. We are now healing. We've now closed the chapter on the narcissist in that period of time. The door is slammed airtight, it's sealed tight, it's super glued tight. We no longer will believe in the mask of the narcissist or of anybody. We now understand that there are so many people on the planet that may not even have our best interest at heart, that may be envious of us, that may be jealous of us, that may want to be us. And the narcissist was at the top of that list. That's why they looked at you as an energy source. That's why they tried to steal your beautiful, bright, shining light. And again, they accomplished it for a period of time until they didn't. And when they didn't, you had to heal. And when you healed, you elevated and or ascended higher than the sun, the moon, and the stars. And the narcissist stayed stuck in that low vibrational quagmire state. This is the path. This is what happens. It's happening right now all over the planet. As I'm creating this video, there are people that are entering narcissistic relationships. There are people that are being removed from narcissistic relationships. There are people that are creating exit plans to get out of a narcissistic relationship. But none of those are you. You're healing. You were in the relationship. You're understanding just how debilitating that relationship was and how important it is for you to close the chapter on these people and to heal and to slow your life down and to process things and to do things in your time. If not now, when? So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. God bless you. I love you. You are not alone. Remember that. No matter where you are, understand that where you are today is not where you will be in 3 months or 6 months or 9 months or 12 months. You are evolving, you're growing, you're moving forward. And if you ever wanted to take stock of where you have been, go back in time. Go back in time. Example, 4 years ago to this date, where were you? 3 years ago this date, 2 years ago, 1 year, and today. My hope is that you recognize and you're identifying that your life is improving and it's narcissist free. That's the path. Close the chapter on these people. Live your best life and begin to move forward. This is where you can take a class, teach a class, read a book, write a book. This is where you can do anything you want to do. You can fall in love again. You can travel. You can sleep in till 2 o'clock in the afternoon if you want to, or you can stay up super late till 2 a.m. You don't have to answer to anybody any longer. All you have to do is just be yourself. And that is something that you couldn't do when you were with the narcissist. I love you all. God bless you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye, everybody.